Live and on your side, WBRC Fox 6 News Good Day Alabama starts with breaking news.
Two breaking news stories as we come on the air this morning. How a worldwide Microsoft outage is affecting users, businesses, and flights.
And at this hour, a heavy law enforcement presence in Bibb County. We're working to find out why the State Bureau of Investigation is there. Stephen Arnold will join us live from the scene. Good morning, everyone, and welcome in. We do have a lot to get to already early on this Friday morning. I'm Janice Rogers.
And I'm Mike Derbley. We'll start off, though, with your first alert weather. Here's Mickey Ferguson. Mickey, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. We do have a look at radar, and we've got some showers out there already. You can see the big picture here across our area, and some of these showers moving into West Alabama, northern Pickens County on Highway 82, impacted by that. You can see some showers down through Reform and also down through Tuscaloosa. We're seeing some isolated showers into Tuscaloosa County just north of the Capstone there. Also down towards the east of Verbena into southern Coosa County, southeastern corner of Chilton County. We're seeing some heavier rainfall this morning. So some scattered showers already popping up, the strongest of which, though, is there into Pickens County. So giving you that first alert heads up. Temperature readings today, warming up to about 83 degrees, so a little bit cooler temperature-wise, but about a 50 to 60% chance of getting wet. So grab the umbrella. We'll be back with your extended forecast here in just a moment. Mike?
All right, thank you, Mickey. Breaking news this morning, a widespread Microsoft outage is disrupting flights, banks, and companies worldwide. Outages are impacting services at Visa, ADT Security, and Amazon. Also, Delta, American, United, and Frontier flights have been grounded. Microsoft posted on X, formerly Twitter, that it is working on rerouting impacted traffic to alternate systems. The company has not explained the reason behind the outage yet.
And we have a big breaking news story out of Bibb County this morning. A big law enforcement presence has been in place there, we understand, since late last night.
Our Kelvin Reynolds joins us live now from the scene to tell us what he's learned so far. Kelvin?
Good morning to you, Mike and Janice. We're live in the 1000 block of Green Tree Drive in what is considered West Blockton, according to the mailing addresses. But I was able to walk up this hill a little over a ways from here, where there are a couple of Bibb County Sheriff's deputies that are maintaining what they're calling a scene for the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. Now, it's our understanding that law enforcement was called to this area on late Thursday night. Many people consider this the North Bibb area of Bibb County. It's also very close to Green Pond and Woodstock as well. Now, I was able to see a home in a heavily wooded area that had the entrance to the driveway roped off with yellow crime scene tape. Now, the deputies that are maintaining the scene here tell me that they're waiting on state officials to get here, and they would be the ones to release more information about what was going on here from overnight up until right now. Now, we've been here on the scene for a little over an hour or so. We've seen one state vehicle arrive. It drove right past us, went up to the area where the local law enforcement is. They didn't say anything to us yet, but we have reached out to the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, as well as Bibb County Sheriff Jody Wade, to try to get some more details about the situation that has been happening here for the past several hours. We'll be here throughout the morning, and we'll update this story as more information becomes available. Live in Bibb County, Kelvin Reynolds, WBRC, Fox 6 News on your side.
All right, Kelvin, thank you. And this morning, former President Donald Trump, officially the GOP nominee for president, accepting the nomination in his keynote address last night to close out the Republican National Convention.
It was his first public speech since surviving that assassination attempt last week. WBRC Washington correspondent Brendan Colleton has more.
Donald Trump promised a different style of speech than usual, and for much of the night, he followed through. The former president did throw some insults at the Democratic Party and drop into some old habits, but for much of the night, he was calm and collected and pitched himself as a candidate to unite all Americans.
Let Trumpomania run wild, brother! Let Trumpomania rule again!
A raucous night 4 of the Republican National Convention at moments had the feel of a WWE event.
I know President Trump is literally putting his life on the line for something bigger than himself.
After Kid Rock and Dana White excited the crowd, former President Donald Trump took the stage and shifted the tone, telling the audience he should not be alive.
I stand before you in this arena only by the grace of Almighty God.
Donald Trump only referenced Joe Biden by name once all night and made the case that Americans need to come together.
I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America.
Trump pitched an increased emphasis on fossil fuels, lower taxes, and a stronger foreign presence. He also postured himself as a family man, making repeated references to his children, his wife Melania, and his grandchildren.
Tonight I ask for your partnership, for your support, and I am humbly asking for your vote. I want your vote.
The final night of the RNC came as Democrats increasingly asked Joe Biden to exit the race. The Democratic National Convention is slated for August 19th. Reporting in Milwaukee, I'm Brendan Cullerton.
Meanwhile, more Democrats in Washington are calling for President Joe Biden to drop out of the race for re-election. The Associated Press, citing unnamed sources, reports former President Barack Obama is voicing concerns to party members now. It adds that former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi privately told Biden Democrats may lose the House control if he does not step aside. The president was diagnosed with COVID, by the way, earlier this week, as you know. He is still isolating at his home in Delaware.
The Alabama Department of Corrections carried out their third execution of this year. Inmate Keith Gavin was put to death last night.
Gavin was sentenced to death after being convicted for killing a delivery driver at an ATM in 1998 during a botched robbery attempt. Jonathan Skinner live now with more on Gavin's final moments and the reaction from the victim's family. Jonathan.
Hi, Mike and Janice. Yeah, Gavin was convicted of killing William Bill Clayton Jr. in 1998. And according to court documents, Gavin shot and killed the father of 7 as he was getting money out of an ATM to take his wife to dinner. Now, Gavin died of lethal injection at 6:32 p.m. Now, the state will not do any autopsy due to his Muslim faith. The son of Clayton Jr. says that his dad was a loving father and husband, and he wonders if his father's murder could have been avoided if the state of Illinois would have kept Gavin locked up for his first murder sentence. Now, court documents show Gavin was out on bond for just 6 months before killing Clayton Jr.
How Mr. Gavin had had a dispute with another individual at a party, and he then brandished a firearm and forced that individual out of the party at gunpoint. And as the individual begged and pleaded for his life, Mr. Gavin teased and taunted him with the firearm and took him out in the alley and shot him execution style. 19 years later, if I'm correct, Mr. Gavin was released, and it was within 6 months that he killed Bill Clayton.
Now, Clayton's son says that his mother is still alive and well today at 94 years old, and of course he says that his family has forgiven Gavin long ago. Jonathan Skinner, WBRC Fox 6 News, on your side.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. This morning we're getting answers on a smelly scene in West Jefferson County. The Black Warrior Riverkeeper posted these pictures on social media accusing Birmingham Hyde and Tallow of spilling thousands of gallons of grease into Valley Creek, which is west of Bessemer. In a statement, the company said about 900 gallons of material got into the creek and that they immediately got in touch with an environmental remediation firm to help with the cleanup. A riverkeeper has taken water samples and says that he's closely monitoring what happens downstream because Valley Creek is a major tributary into the Black Warrior River.
Looking for signs of the grease migration downstream and informing people that they probably don't want to be in the water right now. And just keeping an eye on whether there's going to be any sort of ancillary impacts like fish kill or other wildlife impacts.
There is also cleanup happening in a wooded area nearby. ADEM says it will continue to conduct in-stream oxygen monitoring downstream of the release and that they haven't observed any adverse effect on aquatic life, at least yet. They ask you, though, to, you heard him there, avoid that area until further notice. We're on your side this morning with a traffic alert. Crews will begin work along Memory Lane toward Montclair Road on Tuesday. Part of that intersection will be closed for 5 days. This is in Mountain Brook, by the way. The main thing, no cars will be allowed to turn off of Memory Lane onto Montclair Road. There's also more traffic flow changes. We have more information right now on the WBRC News app if you'd like to take a look if you travel through that area.
The new details we're learning about violent threats made towards President Joe Biden that has a man in Florida facing several charges.
The investigation continues into the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. What we're learning about the shooter now.
And we're already seeing a few showers out there this morning, a few showers more expected for later on today. We'll have your updated forecast coming up.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. The only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. In your community, giving you a deeper perspective. With the largest team dedicated to you. Showing new stories and updates from overnight, helping you get through it all. With first alert weather and traffic, getting to the point, not wasting your time, these are your mornings. Get up the good way with Good Day Alabama.